Hannah's asked, which away club is the best and which is the worst in terms of press views? So I assume from the press box this season. But by all means, widen that to best and worst you've experienced. AJ, do you want to start?
Yeah, I like. It all comes down to preference to an extent. Do you want to be nearer to the pitch, or do you want to have like the Sabutio view, the Football Manager view? I like the latter a little bit more, even though it's quite nice sometimes when you're almost behind the dugouts, like in Newcastle, to hear what the managers are saying, things like that. So in terms of the actual views, things like QPR are quite nice, where you're far back but not too far back and removed from it. What's another good one? Things like Hull and Borough are just kind of like quite well positioned. Ipswich's press box position as well is up there with one of the best you'll find because it's central. It's good height. Yeah, works really, really well. I don't like the ones where you're tucked away to a side, i.e. Coventry City, because you have a really good view of one half, and then for the other half, good luck. Yeah, because everything that happens on the other side of the pitch with relate to Ipswich Town, you're going to really struggle with. And I think, for example, that Jack Clark goal, we didn't really have a good view of that at all. If that wasn't on Sky and we didn't have a replay, we would have really struggled to piece a lot of that together. So, yeah, all about kind of the positioning and what your preferences are, but don't tuck us away on the side in the middle of nowhere. We had that little bit of Derby where it's kind of pushed to one side a bit, which I wasn't a huge fan of. But, yeah, that's how I see it.
I won't hear of it. Pride Park is a stadium of iconic views. Stu, how about overall in the time you've been doing this, which is longer than either of us would care to recall? Where do you reckon is the best and worst places in terms of views that you've been?
Like AJ, I like having a high vantage point. Leyton Orient, if you've ever been to Leyton Orient, you have to go in a lift up several floors and you're basically kind of on a gantry kind of overhanging, it feels like the pitch. You've got your own little sort of row up there. Haven't been there for a while, but I quite enjoy that. Charlton, you're at the very sort of front of the upper tier. Slightly weird seats that you have to kind of get yourself into and then kind of
they clip in over you.
Close yourself in too. I heard that getting discussed on 5 Live the other week. What bad ones? Hillsborough's got a bit of an obstructed view. You've got like a metal stairway that leads up to the kind of an analysts and TV gantry that sort of blocks your view a little bit, depending on where you sat. And Chelsea last year was pretty poor as well. You're right at the sort of back at the lower stand, but tucked at the back. So you've got the overhang of the upper tier actually obstructs the sort of far touchline. So that wasn't great.